cover it up to take it apart, or?
So we get our meter, we set it to DC amps, which is right here. This is the DC amps position.
Yeah.
And then so right now, so DC amps is different than AC amps. Because AC amps, it's dumb. It's a little harder to test DC amps. So you have to zero it. So right here, do that. Now you're good to go. Make sure that says 0 before you go around that cable.
So the yellow button.
Yeah. Just a quick press, and that'll get that. And what we're looking for is less than 1 amp is what we're looking for before we unhook something.
So every time they kind of carry around a piece of cardboard or whatever,
No. So if you're under a normal situation, so we have a string of panels plugged together. There's no inverter in play, right? There's just a string of panels in space. The ends are open. There's no current.
Right, but I mean, you're testing it, so you're plugging in both ends.
Once this unit's finished its test, it zeroes it out. So I'm done with my test, and then I stop pulling current. You're okay to disconnect.
Okay.
You'll see that on
So it clears it for you?
Yes.
Yes,
So,
that's just what I'm checking, because you said.
I'm
don't
saying
do
when there's
anything.
something going wrong.
Yes.
That's always the thing, man. It's like this stuff is super easy until something goes wrong, and then that's when we have to just stand back and say, okay, what is going on?
So if it doesn't clear and read 0, then you have to.
You're not going to run into this situation. You're not going to run into this situation doing testing.
Okay.
You're running into this situation when guys are plugging cable together. That's why I'm just trying to tell everybody, just to get that in your heads. Like when the guys are out there, I went too far. Well, think about that. Is if say we plug 2 strings together or we reverse polarity something, now we're double. So instead of 1200 volts, now we're exceeding the insulation of the modules, of all the wire. That's when things get sketchy. So that's when I say, okay, stop. What do we need to do first? Don't touch the wire. Let's get this, let's break this up. If it's dusk, that's another good way to do it. I just don't like working at night, so I find ways to not do that. So it's just that is a way around. You have to remember, darkness is not lotto. So they'll try to push us into doing stuff like that. And then you got to ask the question: how do I lock this out? How do I lock out the sun from coming out? And that will end that conversation, because there is no way to do it. There's no method. If you go on OSHA's website for solar maintenance or any of that, there is using darkness as a way to work on something is not in there, because it's not right. So avoid doing that. It'll come up. It will. So. It's one thing to do it on a residential thing where it's 300 volts. Out here, it's not the same. It isn't. So, yeah. Does that answer the question? Let's get the long answer again. Sorry. So until that sun is actually coming behind it, it'll still work.
Okay.
But if it starts the panel shading itself, obviously that'll be it. And little nuances will make a difference. Like we were working over at Strict Solar. I could put my finger on the module and I could see it on there. Just your finger shading a little area.
Bird crap.
Right.
So before we start,
You park the buggy, and the top of the buggy shading the string. I had it happen to me. I'm running this thing and like, why isn't this working? And I realized I'm at a combiner box checking. Well, I was actually checking the string the buggy was parked next to. So just be cognizant of that, when you're having stuff that doesn't look right.
You said like for a full section, we would have to spin all the panels to home position to sync them all up.
Yeah.
And then spin them to the direction we want. But
Yeah, so
that whole section has to be in sync.
Yeah, I mean, and you'll be, I would imagine after, because we're rolling in the winter, they're gonna have everything facing east. So just so everyone knows, ATI or any kind of racking that's motorized, it cannot have snow sitting on it. So if they're sitting flat and it snows, and say we get a bunch of snow up here, it'll just destroy everything. Like it'll just break everything.
Wow.
These are designed, you have to be over 40 degrees in the snow. So they'll clutch, if they're like a little bit 40, what'll happen, the way they'll get on there, they'll tip down and they'll slide off. Ideally, they should be full up, full east in the snow. So Burns will probably already have them that way. And I would try to get my testing done in the morning. It's really hard to do this time of year. Like window of time is super narrow, and it's either cloudy, or it's raining, or it's snowing. It's like one day a month you might be able to do this.
So, and that's the thing, as of November 1st, our testing hours here on this side are 11 to 1.
Yeah,
Instead of 10 to 2.
And
Yeah,
then,
that
Hello.
makes sense.
and then with irradiance, we have to have 500 or better, or thereabout, right?
This thing won't let, this thing will fail a test if you're at
Okay.
400, below 400 it won't test.
Okay, good,
So,
okay.
but.
Yeah, I'll have Hayden
It
make
says in the
something
spec,
for us.
and that is,
You're
so
clear.
in the test, it says what the reading says, it's all logged, so we can't fake that. So
Okay.
if you're below what is saying in the specification, they're gonna catch you.
Whittaky was running that
Yeah,
problem down there, that
we'll
they were
shortly
getting
here.
failed